Hello everyone, welcome to Blaugrana Everything and welcome back to the channel and to a video reviewing the Champions League group stage decider between FC Barcelona and Juventus at the Camp Nou, and Barcelona's unbeaten run from 2013 finally came to an end at the hands of a really energetic and I would say positive Juventus. It was a pretty good showing by their players. I'm sure Andrea Pirlo will be happy and we'll be looking forward to more of that. And so guys, in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at the way that the team set up, then we're going to talk about the team performances, then I'm going to go on and give what I feel were my negatives and positives from this matchup, and then finally I'm going to name my man of the match. And also just a reminder guys, if you're liking the content, to leave a like and to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and yeah, let's get into it. And so guys, looking at the way that two teams set up, there were quite a few changes from what we were expecting in the preview. On Barcelona's end, we saw Francisco Trincao getting a start, as well as Pedri starting out on the left, and that meant Martin Braithwaite and Felipe Coutinho starting out on the bench. And also in addition to all of that, we saw Ronald Araujo and Miralem Pjanic get starts in this match that saw Sergio Busquets and Oscar Mingueza drop to the bench. On the part of Juventus, they set up in a 3-5-2 and they had three at the back, being Danilo, Bonucci, Matthias de Ligt, and then they had Cuadrado and Sandro as their fullbacks, with Weston McKennie, Arthur Melo and Aaron Ramsey all getting starts ahead of Kulusevski, Chiesa like we were expecting, Bentancur, and etc. And up front, of course, we had the duo of Cristiano Ronaldo and Alvaro Morata. The performance on the night by Barcelona was really as bad as you could have probably imagined it being. I did mention during the preview that Barcelona struggle against teams who are ready to get in their faces and teams who really want to get the result, and that's exactly what we saw last night. Juventus wanted the result way more than Barcelona did, and as Barcelona seemed to do in those situations, now they all just folded and it all became a case of capitulation. Now admittedly, the penalty that opened the scoring was really the dodgiest penalty I've seen given in a while, and the ref didn't even bother checking with VAR despite the players, protesting and all of that. In fact, I don't even know why VAR didn't intervene, because they did later on to give a legit penalty to Juventus. But yeah, on their side, Juventus, all they had to do here was just go for it. Press Barcelona high, and I think I mentioned as well before how there's two ways to get a result against Barcelona. Either press them high because their defense is shaky and they will give up loose balls, and I did mention their shaky defense in the preview to this match as well. So really it was all just a combination of all the things that we said in the Cadiz review have been plaguing Barcelona. Okay, Koeman's tactical setup was as terrible as you could have probably asked for. The 3 games Barcelona won in a row, they won with Martin Braithwaite leading the front line, and that was because his presence at the front of that attack helps to create space for the likes of Messi and Griezmann. It's against a team that's going to have a high back line. Someone like Martin Braithwaite is going to be more beneficial for you as a striker, as a leading point, than Antoine Griezmann. Francisco Trincao as well continued to struggle to find himself in this team. I still feel like he still needs more time, and given more time, he'll be able to come and deliver something for Barcelona. But more shockingly, Koeman decided to completely ignore the option of using someone like Konrad de la Fuente, who is a natural winger, to give width. And just to give you an outball, because whenever a team presses high, your best out ball is to try and play to your winger who is occupying the space that their fullbacks vacated, and Barcelona couldn't just do that. It was really just a terrible performance all around. From the defense, Clément Lenglet, once again, this is probably the third game in a row where he's had a shocking errors that he shouldn't be making. I mean, the fact that Samuel Umtiti, who hasn't played competitively in months, came on and looked much more solid than Clément Lenglet speaks volumes. And Miralem Pjanic, I do not understand how he played 90 minutes here. He was easily, I felt, after Clément Lenglet, the worst player for Barcelona tonight. I'm not really going to heap abuse on Ter Stegen. There isn't really much he could have done with either of the penalties, and the McKennie goal was just poor defending all around. Zero awareness of what was going on. And so that's pretty much what it was for Barcelona. A complete and utter crap show with no coordination in attack, with zero ball retention in midfield, and shocking decision making at the back. And yeah, once again, all those things came combined. Ronald Koeman's poor tactical setup, Barcelona's poor mentality when they're up against a team that really wants it, and of course, wasteful finishing definitely was there. Griezmann had a chance, could have scored. But all in all, a terrible performance, really as bad as it can get. I guess some of my negatives have already come out, which is that the team mentality continues to be pretty shocking. The level of defensive incompetence in particular is quite frightening when you consider what Lenglet, Alba have looked like in the past couple of games. I have mentioned that Alba is a defensive liability as much as offensively he is an asset, but I feel if you're going to play Jordi Alba, it should be with a defender who is really rock solid and not one who's going to give away penalties or give away silly opportunities to the opposition to score. So I will now move on to positives. I think the first positive I'm going to say was that Samuel Umtiti looks like he's maybe ready to get back in this team, and not just because of how terrible Clément Lenglet has been the past couple of games, but also because he looked a lot more solid. There was less panic whenever the ball was played over the top by Juventus, and he looked more confident and more tidy on the ball. The next positive after that is going to be Riqui Puig. Once again, the kid who we all know should be starting, but Koeman chose not to use, chose to ostracize. He came on and really he changed everything for Barcelona going forward. Where they didn't look coordinated before, he gave them that coordination, and oddly enough, I feel he was acting as the reference point for this attack, and I feel definitely he is the biggest positive from this game, and hopefully he does not go back to being benched. But we all know how Koeman is. Felipe Coutinho will probably start the next match, or Antoine Griezmann, or any one of the plethora of players not named Puig or Alenia, who I feel should start the next few games for Barcelona if we're to have any hope of winning matches in La Liga. Well guys, with that out of the way, I am now going to my man of the match preview. We spoke about how there's really two players to look out for who could decide this game, and it's really one of those two players who did go ahead and do that. Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 penalties on the night. Decisive, pretty huge for Juventus topping this group. Right now topping the group basically just means you're avoiding Bayern Munich. Well done to Cristiano Ronaldo on the night, and well, I guess Barcelona will be looking at another 8-0 soon, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. Thank you for tuning in once again to Blaugrana Everything, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Have a great day, and Forza Barça.